Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you are watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, there have been a proposal to have a fresh vetting of religious organization in this country. When it comes to this, the most targeted part is the churches. With this move, we've been well aware about how preachers or religious leaders have come out at some point mislead the congregants to an extent people are forced into dry fasting to death. Remember the issue of Sakahola? There have been some practices in the church that seems to be ungodly. So many issues have been coming out. Then the issue about the leadership of these churches. So with all this, the question about regulating the church has become inevitable. With that move again, what we are seeing is that most of the churches that might be targeted or which might be affected in this vetting are ministries belonging to specific individuals, people. Yani watu tu wako na kanisa ni yao. They are final. Yani you can't replace them. They are the owners of these churches. It's not, some of the churches here, they will have leadership, it will come and it will go. There will be some kind of voting, or even if it is not voting, at least they have a kind of finding a new leader to take over from the other one who is exiting. I mean churches like Catholic, you go to Pentecostal churches like PAG Kenya, there are many, ECK. They will have election, they will have a new leader, you will retire, or there is a specific period you can lead, age limit and all those things, then you will go. But this one belonging to individuals, it is different. So with that move, I have seen Pastor Nganga of Neno Evangelist coming out to condemn, warn the government about this move. For him, we don't support the issue of fresh registration and regulating of these churches. So he's talking about the offering, which he believed that the state might be targeting in terms of also taxes, among other things. For him, it is a big no. And here is this message to members of parliament, the ministers, and the president.
Nimesikia kuna kamati imetolewa inasema inataka kuchunguza ile pesa tunapata kwa sadaka. Na nyinyi zile mnapata kwa ministry hizo za barabara. I want you guys to answer me. Sababu inasema maandiko katika Joshua 8 mstari wa kwanza. Sasa mwende mkapige ai na hiyo mali ni yenyu wenyewe. Kama sasa mtafika kiwango ya kusema mimi nijibu, mimi nitaelezea Roho Mtakatifu kwa mtu ambaye hajakuwa roho. Fugeni hizi makanisa zote. Funga. Na kama ni shakahora, mfuate shakahora. Don't try to bring those things to the church. What do you mean by that? Ati watu wataka hapa, ministry yangu ni yangu, si ya mama yangu, ni yangu nimepewa mimi. Na kama nitajibu ni yangu, mimi nitajibu. Nobody will ask me question. Natoaga bebo namna gani? You can't ask me those questions.
Now, as we continue with the panel discussion, just a quick request for those who are watching, and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, Nganga has one question for the members of parliament, ministers, and even the executive. That now you are talking about our offering. Unajua kwa kitu anaona tu ni sadaka. So he's asking a question, what about you and what you get from the Ministry of Roads? I mean, he has just used the Ministry of Road as one example where Kipchumba Murkomen was, by the way. That na nyinyi zile mnapata huko. In this argument, Nganga is trying to challenge the government of the day as far as the issue of corruption is concerned. That you people, you have been getting money from these ministries using a backdoor, corruption in ministries. So, his position is that as you come to us, please also come with clean hands. Whoever has that hand should not point finger at us. That is why he is not in support of fresh registration of churches. Anasema hapana, pia nyinyi muko na mikono chafu. That is another reality, that you cannot have a government full of corruption, then they purport to be coming out to offer the oversight role, like what they want to do to the churches. That's another problem, because you are coming with that hand. Hiyo ndio shida moja kubwa tuko nayo kabisa hii Kenya. In as much what we want to do is the right thing, because tumeona makanisa mengine haifai kwe. We have some preachers who should be in jail also. They are preaching a different God. You know, they are practicing a different religion from Christianity, yet they purport to be Christians. Watu kama akina Kanyari, they are faking miracles, and yet they want to operate here in Kenya. So the issue of regulating the church is well welcomed. Ukienda nchi kama Rwanda, what we are seeing here in Kenya, you can't see such kind of nonsense in Rwanda. Whereby mtu anaamuka tu leo amefungua kanisa yake, mwingine atatuambia yeye ni Yesu wa Tongaren, mwingine such things. You get people somewhere in a bush, then force them into dry fasting, fasting to death, promising heaven. Then you proceed to bury people without death permit, burial permits. How? The Shakahola issue, fake miracles, you know, extortion from the congregants. It has been going on. And this is more in this ministry is belonging to specific individuals. Nganga's church is also one of those. Kwa Nganga hakuna mambo ya kusema sijui kutakuwa na change of leadership. Akiwa hai na akili zake haiwezekani. That is an individual property. It belongs to him. Hakuna mwelekeo ya uongozi wa kanisa ya kusema kwamba ni mali tu ya kanisa. So there are these many ministries, and most of them they are in town, in cities. Go and check on how they operate. It is complete different. A kind of fake miracles, a kind of extortion. So Mama Ida Odinga was suggesting that we should have self-regulation, a team that was supposed to be led by still the religious leaders. Wajipanga kukuwe na regulation so that mambo mengine yakuwe dealt with. It was met with a lot of rejection from the team that was behind William Ruto. Gachagua criticized it. William Ruto was also criticizing it. Now it is here. They are suggesting, because they know what has happened, and then now they are also facing criticism from the same church leadership. You are coming with that hands. And indeed, these people, already their hands are very dirty. You want to regulate the church, but also what you are doing is also questionable. So who will regulate you? Hiyo ndio shida kubwa sasa tuko nayo hii Kenya. Tunahitaji kuwa na kiongozi ambaye is going to be a clean person, such that when they suggest such things to happen, it should just take its course. Na ifanyike hivyo. So we are complaining about preachers who are lying in the name of miracles in the church, but we have a president who lies with confidence. He lies with confidence. So what is the difference? They are the same. So the fear of deregistering these churches is also being seen here very clear. That's why Nganga is not comfortable with this. He knows some of these churches will not pass the threshold for re-registration of those ministries. Some bishops do not even have the certificate. They don't have a proper training when it comes to leadership of the church. Hawana, hawajui. Lakini kuna hali ile, kando na kuhubiri injili, kuna kitu inaitwa leadership, governance ya kanisa. Lazima pia uelewe unaongoza binadamu. So that one is also lacking in some of these churches. So there is that fear that these churches will be closed. And that is exactly what we are seeing from the reaction from Nganga. That's why he's threatening these people that here itawezekana yeye mtu wa kujibu ni Mungu peke yake na si binadamu. So they are also using the Bible to fight back. But the truth is that we need to regulate these churches so that our mothers and the grandmothers and the grandparents are safe in these churches. They're not being extorted. They're not being lied to. Mambo ya kusema watu, yani kuna miujiza zingine zenye ni za ajabu tu. Forcing people to do things that are inhumane. It do happen in these churches. So sometimes we need this change. So as Nganga is warning this, the truth is that we have to welcome this. So that we have well-organized organization that will be left to minister to the people in this country. Kama wewe ni Mkristo, wewe ni Muislamu, you are a Buddhist, if that's what you believe in, you are a Hindu, it should be well regulated. So that hamwendi nje ya ubinadamu pia. Ubinadamu. Sababu wezi ambia tu mtu, come and fast, you see heaven, you die. How? Haya yanawezekana wapi? Hapana, mtu kama huyu afungwe tu, kama Mackenzie. And the fake miracles should be stopped.